له الملك وله الحمد وهو على كل شيء قدير. Inshallah, it'll be a quick one because we all have to go somewhere. We recited in the first rak'ah Surah al-Takwir. Al-Takwir. Takwir means balling up, to roll something up into a ball. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, if you want to know in detail, in vivid detail, what the day of judgment is going to look like, then read Surat al-Takwir and Surat Infitar, which comes right after this. أو كما قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. So this surah has two components to it. The first part, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about a lot of things happening, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala swears by them. إِذَا الشَّمْسُ كُوِّرَتْ, when the sun is rolled up, it's balled up, the sun. إِذَا الشَّمْسُ كُوِّرَتْ وَإِذَا النُّجُومُ انْكَدَرَتْ, when the stars start to fall. وَإِذَا الْجِبَالُ سُيِّرَتْ, and when the mountains will start to flow. So everything opposite is happening. The sun is being rolled up, which means it's changing its position, unstable now. It's being rolled up. And when the stars, which we use for navigation, now they're not in their place anymore. They're unstable. And they're falling, as if they're falling. Allah knows best what that looks like. And وَالْجِبَالُ سُيِّرَتْ, and the mountains that we feel like they're actually giving stability, now they're unstable. They're floating. They're سُيِّرَتْ. وَإِذَا الْعِشَارُ عُطِّلَتْ, and when the female camels, they are neglected. Female camels, they're like Bugattis and Ferraris at that time. And you're saying you're leaving those alone. You don't care about those things anymore. وَإِذَا الْعِشَارُ عُطِّلَتْ وَإِذَا الْوُحُوشُ حُشِرَتْ, and when the animals, they are gathered together. They're being gathered. Either on the plains of the Day of Judgment or on earth, and Allah knows best exactly all of these things when they will happen. I've been looking into this a lot of detail, but I'm still not satisfied as to exactly when all of this will occur, and Allah knows best. When the animals are being gathered for a purpose. وَإِذَا الْوُحُوشُ حُشِرَتْ وَإِذَا الْبِحَارُ فُجِّرَتْ, and سُجِّرَتْ, and when the oceans will be set ablaze, they will be on fire. The oceans will be on fire. وَإِذَا الْبِحَارُ سُجِّرَتْ وَإِذَا النُّفُوسُ زُوِّجَتْ, and when the nafs, when the selves, when the souls will be paired up, meaning those of the same types of people will be gathered, put together. The bad ones, the good ones, the really good ones, they will be put together. وَإِذَا النُّفُوسُ زُوِّجَتْ وَإِذَا الْمَوْءُودَةُ سُئِلَتْ, and when the baby infant is going, the female baby infant is asked, بِأَيِّ ذَنْبٍ قُتِلَتْ, what was she killed for? They used to bury the baby female daughters of theirs, because they didn't all do that, but some of them did. They used to bury their female daughters alive. So they will be asked. So this is on the Day of Judgment, on the plains of the Day of Judgment, when that infant child is going to be brought in front of Allah and in front of the one who murdered her. بِأَيِّ ذَنْبٍ قُتِلَتْ, what sin did you commit that you were killed? بِأَيِّ ذَنْبٍ قُتِلَتْ وَإِذَا الصُّحُفُ نُشِرَتْ, and when the scrolls will be spread, the scrolls of our deeds will be spread. وَإِذَا الصُّحُفُ نُشِرَتْ وَإِذَا السَّمَاءُ كُشِطَتْ, and when the sky will be, what does kushitat? I forgot. Yeah, when the sky will be stripped away. It's not in this surah, But the plains of the Day of Judgment will be literally plains. There will be miles and miles and miles of just flat, sandy land. The earth will change. The earth, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, the earth will change on the Day of Judgment. There will be earth, but it will change. And everything that was happening, the stars are falling, and the sun is being rolled up, and the sky is stripped away, right? And everybody is standing on the plains of the Day of Judgment. And as far as the eye can see, you'll see nothing. There will be nothing. There will be absolutely no milestone, no mountain, no hill, nothing. Literally just plain. And the sky is stripped away too. So there's nothing to look up at the sky. وَإِذَا السَّمَاءُ كُشِطَتْ وَإِذَا الْجَحِيمُ سُعِّرَتْ. And when Jahannam, Jahim, is going to be set ablaze. It's going to be, the fire is going to be lit for Jahannam. وَإِذَا الْجَحِيمُ سُعِّرَتْ وَإِذَا الْجَنَّةُ أُزْلِفَتْ. And the Jannah will be brought, and Jannah will be brought near. عَلِمَتْ نَفْسٌ مَا أَحْضَرَتْ. On that day, all of these things are happening, and then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, on that day, every soul will know what they brought on the Day of Judgment, which means their deed. The only currency that we have is our deed. So this was the first part. And the second part, I'll go quickly. I just wanted to focus on the Day of Judgment part, where it's you on a plain, endless plain, no sky, nothing. And there's you, your deeds, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Kind of thing. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, فَلَا أُقْسِمُ بِالْخُنَّسِ. And I swear, I absolutely swear by the retreating planets, as it's translated. The planets when they are retreating. Allah knows best exactly how this means. We can scientifically explain it, but it's not necessary. فَلَا أُقْسِمُ بِالْخُنَّسِ الْجَوَارِ الْكُنَّسِ. They run and they retreat, okay, and they move and they hide. The planets. وَالصُّبْحِ وَاللَّيْلِ جَزَاكَ اللَّهُ خَيْرًا وَاللَّيْلِ إِذَا عَسْعَسَ. And when the night it departs. وَالصُّبْحِ إِذَا تَنَفَّسَ. And when the morning breathes. The morning breathes. It's breathing. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is swearing by these things, right, in the middle of the surah. وَالصُّبْحِ إِذَا تَنَفَّسَ. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, why is He swearing? Allah swears by إِنَّهُ لَقَوْلُ رَسُولٍ كَرِيمٍ. This is the speech of an honorable, a noble Rasul, a noble messenger. Who is this? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking about now Jibreel alayhi salam. So the second part is talking about how do you know what's going to happen on the Day of Judgment. The most important focal point of the whole Quran is what? Allah and the Day of Judgment. It's the most important thing. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, how would you know about Allah? And how would you know about the Day of Judgment? It's through this revelation. So the second part of the surah is all about revelation. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala takes a lot of qasams, takes a lot of oaths, and says, إِنَّهُ لَقَوْلُ رَسُولٍ كَرِيمٍ. This is the speech of a noble messenger, meaning Jibreel alayhi salam. ذِي قُوَّةٍ. He is very, very powerful. Jibreel alayhi salam. ذِي قُوَّةٍ عِنْدَ ذِي الْعَرْشِ مَكِينٍ. He is next to the arsh of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Jibreel alayhi salam. Makeen. He is resident over there. Makeen. I think so. Yeah. ذي قوة, very powerful messenger, meaning Jibreel alayhi salam. ذي قوة عند ذي العرش مكين مطاع. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving beautiful attributes about Jibreel alayhi salam. He is obedient, مطاع ثم أمين, and he is trustworthy. This is all about Jibreel alayhi salam. مطاع ثم أمين. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَمَا صَاحِبُكُمْ بِمَجْنُونَ. your companion, meaning Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he is not majnoon, he is not mad. وَمَا صَاحِبُكُمْ بِمَجْنُونَ وَلَقَدْ رَآهُ بِالْأُفُقِ الْمُبِينِ. He saw him, meaning Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam saw Jibreel. وَلَقَدْ, he absolutely saw him. وَلَقَدْ رَآهُ بِالْأُفُقِ الْمُبِينِ. In the heavens, he saw him high up in the sky, a clear sky. بِأُفُقِ, meaning he saw him clearly. He saw him clearly. This is a very, very early Makki surah. One of the first few surahs that were revealed after Iqra. وَمَا صَاحِبُكُمْ بِمَجْنُونٍ وَلَقَدْ رَآهُ بِالْأُفُقِ الْمُبِينِ وَمَا هُوَ عَلَى الْغَيْبِ بِضَنِينٍ. That Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is describing the attributes of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, that whatever Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam saw of the unseen, he will not keep it from you. He will actually tell you what he saw. And that's exactly what Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam did. He said, I saw Jibreel. I saw these things. وَمَا هُوَ عَلَى الْغَيْبِ بِضَنِينٍ وَمَا هُوَ بِقَوْلِ شَيْطَانِ الرَّجِيمٍ. And this is not the speech of the rejected devil. Meaning, this is an actual revelation from Allah, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying this is not, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is not possessed by a devil and not being inspired by a shaitan. بِقَوْلِ شَيْطَانِ الرَّجِيمٍ. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, فَأَيْنَ تَذْهَبُونَ. Where are you? Where do you think you're going? Where do you think, how are you going to live? When you die, what's going to happen to you? فَأَيْنَ تَذْهَبُونَ. Where are you going? What's important is the Day of Judgment and this revelation. فَأَيْنَ تَذْهَبُونَ إِنْ هُوَ إِلَّا ذِكْرٌ لِلْعَالَمِينَ. This is a reminder for the whole world, for the whole universe. إِنْ هُوَ إِلَّا ذِكْرٌ لِلْعَالَمِينَ لِمَنْ شَاءَ مِنْكُمْ أَنْ يَسْتَقِيمَ. Whoever from you wants to, then he can stay steadfast, meaning on this message. Steadfast on this message. لِمَنْ شَاءَ مِنْكُمْ أَنْ يَسْتَقِيمَ. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَمَا تَشَاءُونَ إِلَّا أَنْ يَشَاءَ اللَّهُ رَبُّ الْعَالَمِينَ. End of surah. And then what is it that you will? What is it that you can wish for? You can't wish for anything unless Allah wishes it for you. So if you want guidance, sincerely ask for guidance. This is why every time in the salah we say, Oh Allah, ihdina as-sirat al-mustaqim. Oh Allah, guide us to the right path. Allah tells us again and again in the Quran, what is it that you can want unless Allah wants it for you? So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide us to Surat al-Mustaqim. أقول قولي هذا واستغفر الله لي ولكم ولسائر المسلمين واستغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك وأشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك.